And we are live. Hello to Bad Posture Club and Willie Carlisle.
Hey.
Hey,
Hi.
so great to have you all here for our February songs and conversation at the Warming House. Um, I am John Lewis. I am the host of tonight's show and am thrilled to have these two groups uh, these two acts. I guess Willie's not a group, but he sounds like a group sometimes.
Entertain multitudes.
Right. So, um, but yeah, so great to have you all here. I'm John Lewis from the Warming House. The Warming House is a small listening room in South Minneapolis that has been on virtual only since March of 2020. Um, Check us out at thewarminghouse.org and you can learn about all the different things that we are doing online these days. We are continuing to do some open mics once a month and songwriter workshops once a month. And we are doing these songs and conversation shows kind of in the round uh, uh, songwriter nights where we hang out with some of our favorite performers and talk a little bit and listen to some good songs. And so tonight's format will be just that: songs and chatting. And we are glad to have you all here with us. Uh, you'll probably see in the comments already, we've posted some links for tips and donations. Feel free to give if you can. And we know times are tough and maybe you can't, but we're just glad to have you here anyway. 80% of everything that comes in tonight will go to the musicians and 20% goes to the Warming House. So without further ado, I want to get some music going here, and we're going to start off with Willie Carlisle. Take it away, Willie.
Thanks, John. This is a song from a brand new record that's about to start. I'm about to start fundraising for. Really, just doing pre-orders for in just a couple days. This is about loving everybody, which is harder and harder at a distance these days, but better than ever sometimes. It's called "Your Heart Is a Big Tent." This morning a miracle happened as promised, the rising of the world's closest star. And the almanacs warned us that the fast-coming weather might blow us away like dandelion flowers. And if I had a nickel for every time I've taken shelter from the storm alone and naked in my bed sheets, I could pay off all my loans, buy some nicer clothes, find a job, oh, that didn't always scare me. But I've been trying not to think before my third cup of coffee. How the heart's a big tent. You gotta let everybody in. Doesn't matter who they are, if they do right or where they've been. Everybody gets in. I think I know a secret, still not really sure. Somewhere between I'm living and I believe I can fly. What's up, I saw the devil in a used bookstore, ripping up and spitting on Catcher in the Rye. And I'm coming to myself like a man finding religion. Am I baptized, drowned, or washed in the blood? If life's an open field, well, I'd like to plant a garden to be ready for the fire and the flood. I need a theory of love, like the heart's a big tent. Gotta let everybody in. Doesn't matter who they are, if they do right or where they've been. Everybody gets in. My conclusion's not a great one. I'll leave that to the smarter ones. The soul is an idiot. It doesn't care why. Now whatever you do with it, the gift's a pretty simple one. Sing until you love yourself and love until you die. 'Cause I've seen the trees like pillars full of blood, chlorophyllic, stupid, swaying in their glory. Seen the sparrows in the air, a light on branches there, and there's no way that they're afraid of being 30. If I can't live clean, then I'd better love dirty, 'cause the heart's a big town. Gotta let everybody in. Doesn't matter who they are, if they do right or where they've been. Everybody gets in. This morning a miracle happened as promised. The rising of the world's closest star. Thank you, friends.
That was awesome. Sounded so
Over
good.
to you, Bad Posture Club.
Well, I did want to mention that's part of our job here is to be the audience too, as stand-ins for all the people that are virtual audience members out there, which, by the way, we've got about 25 people on watching right now, which is not bad for the first couple minutes. So yeah, thank you, Willie. That was awesome. And let's kick off a Bad Posture Club song. Take it away, Maren and Morgan.
Thank you, Willie. That was a really great way to start.
Yeah, off with a bang.
This song is about parents. This morning my mom called to tell me she'd stopped at a red light and seen my dad in his car. So she rolled down her window, say, hey, how are you? It's been a long time since I've seen you around. He told her that I called him earlier that morning to ask for advice on how to buy a New Year's car. I'd been rejected by a loan officer 'cause I don't have very good credit score. Dad said, darling, I will sign for you, put my name on the line for you. Want you always to be able to get yourself home. How are you, I'd asked my dad that morning. He said, I don't feel like answering the question anymore. I'm fine, though I think that we live in an experiment gone horribly right, just like they planned at the start. My dad taught me to be skeptical of everything. I never have seen him wearing a tie. He grew up racing sailboats on Lake Michigan. There's nothing that he can do if he tries. Two people in cars stopped at a red light, who once were married, whose daughter I am. Parallel lines, just briefly pausing, waiting them to go their own ways again. wish I could have seen this moment unfolding. Two strangers, my parents, waiting for the green light to move them along.
Thanks.
Awesome. Awesome. That was great. Wow. So I just want to tell the audience that's out there that this is kind of a reunion show in a way. We had Bad Posture Club and Willie Carlisle at the warming house in the real world back when those things happened. In I think it was like the middle of 2019 or so, and y'all did a show together, and I think I was like running sound that night and hosting even. So it's like old times, right?
Yeah.
So, um, so we do have a bunch of folks out there. I want to read off some of the names because I know y'all can't see it, but we've got Sandy Summer Sassarita from Nashville. Got Grace Douglas, Rocky Kopernick is on YouTube here. Sam Graff, Kelvin Keys. So they are all commenting and loving
It's
what
funny.
y'all
Every
are
single
doing
one of them
here.
owes me money. I'm just kidding.
So what's it's just I mean I'm always like giddy to have like songwriter friends to chat with at this event, and so it's so good to have you all here. Marin and Morgan, I just curious, like sounds like you've been productive and like writing some material and recording even. Tell us a little bit about what's been up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had, I think it's been like almost 3 years since our first album came out. So yeah, we just had a lot of material getting backed up and decided, well, what better time to let loose on that project.
Yeah.
And we just went to Chicago to a recording studio in like maybe 2 weeks ago. And
We just did it all.
yeah, we did it all in a weekend. So
Wow.
Yeah. It was so fun. It was such a so great to be out of our apartment for one.
yeah.
And also just to have that time to focus solely on doing music. We also slept at the studio. Our friend who owns the studio was kind enough to let us sleep there. So we slept in the vocal isolation booth, which is very quiet. We slept very well. And so we really did just
We were fully
immersed in the experience. And it was such a blessing to be able to just really delve into something.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. It sounds great.
Yeah.
So what's next? I mean, obviously there's probably production and things to happen before the songs come out. Do you have a game or a kind of a target for?
Yeah, we're I mean, even though we've released one album already, a lot of it feels pretty new. In that this feels like a more professional album than the last one, and so we're still working on a lot of the details of album artwork and naming the album and those sorts of things.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't feel like they matter too much right now, but
Yeah.
also they do.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
it's a process. We're kind of learning as we go how we want to do that.
Mhm.
So
Nice.
yeah.
Well, exciting. Can't wait to hear it all eventually. So.
Yeah, we can't wait for everyone to hear it when the time is right.
And how about you, Willie? Sounds like you've been putting some stuff down on tape, or
Well, things have been going well. It's been weird. I had something kind of go viral on the internet during COVID, and so it's been a lot more like lovely strangers listening than I ever anticipated. And I think actually kind of like Bad Posture Club, everything that I did before felt like a little bit less slick than what I want to do now. So, of course, it's hard to fund a record right now because there's no touring. I had like a Europe tour planned to fund the record, but now it's but I'm really excited. The new record's tentatively titled "Peculiar Missouri," and it's like 12 folk songs, a couple of just like long talking blues storytelling songs. I'm working with this guy Joel Savoy, who's won a Grammy for production, which is pretty. I mean, it's really exciting because it's been like a huge glow up. To steal the parlance of our times, I don't even really know what glow up means, but I assume that I have access to glowing up a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of an exciting time to be working on music because there's so much of it that thrives in solitude. There, of course, is the other angle that thrives in community, and I long for that. But in some way, that's just more impetus to get that dang record out, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's great. So, shoot, I was going to say something. Oh, so what's the name? Peculiar Missouri? Did you say?
Okay. Yeah, it's a little town outside of Kansas City. It was a suburb that kind of turned into an exurb that kind of turned into a small town everywhere. And the title track is like a 7-minute talking blues song about going into a Walmart in or near Peculiar, Missouri, and having a religious experience.
Wow. See, I was thinking, like, I thought maybe, because I think you're from Arkansas, right? And I was wondering if maybe there's like a rivalry with Missouri and you were just name calling, or
I'm a pan Ozarker. When the Great War comes, I won't be on any side. I'm gonna be living on an intentional community in the rural Ozarks, and I believe that the whole Ozarks will just be like, hey guys, this has always been like a rich person thing. We're kind of just gonna hang out over here while you guys fight it out. But I'm sure that the drones will come for us. Anyhow, that's maybe too apocalyptic. I'm sorry. I don't really believe that.
All right. Well, I think you're up for the next song, Willie.
Yeah, good. I'd better play a song, damn it. Getting myself in trouble here.
We've got some Missouri puns going on in the comments right now, by the way. And
yeah, I'm sorry in general to everyone. You know what they say about a pun is it's its own reword. Okay, I'm gonna do I don't really write classic country songs, but I finally did. So this is my classic country song from the record. It's got no backstory because the title is the backstory, and the title is My Baby Sings All of the Red-Headed Stranger Sometimes When She's Too Drunk to Cry. Well, I fell in with a Stone County girl, rough as the country is wide, wild as the bramble, the blackberry tangle, and sweet as the berries thereby. Now the soldier's got his rifle, the hangman has his noose, but my love has got her so sharp and loose. She's 3 beers deep in the throes of that poetry, making me vows she can't keep. Says she's unhappy, so damn unhappy in love, but she can't tell me why. My baby sings all of the red-headed stranger sometimes when she's too drunk to cry. There's the quiet drum shuffle from the bops of her food, a piece of a cold, lonesome place. Sober, she might not remember the words. Sunday is reserved for amazing grace. Now the preacher's got his Bible, the carpenter 6-string box, and the words so soft and cruel. She's 6 beers deep in the throes of that poetry, making me vows she can't keep. She says she's unhappy, so damn unhappy in love, but she can't tell me why. But my baby sings all of the red-headed stranger, sometimes when she's too drunk to cry. My baby sings all of the red-headed stranger, sometimes when she's too drunk to
Wow.
cry. Thank you, friends.
That is a great song. I like it. I like it a lot. Is that going to be on the new record?
You know, I sure hope so. I'm passing it up to the people at the label. The problem is I wrote it a week ago, so it's like, great. Hey guys, let me gum up the works a little.
That's sweet. I kind of feel like you should have a little interlude in the middle where you throw in, like the time of the preacher, or some just a reference
A little
line.
talking part. Now, the talking interlude in the middle. Sure.
My favorite Redheaded Stranger from the album, the song "Hands on the Wheel."
Oh yeah.
Such a beautiful number. I mean, I know "Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain" was the big hit from that, but
Sure. It's really. I think it's because I've heard it all sung all the way through. Yeah, I like all of it. I think the whole thing's under.
absolutely. So Bad Posture Club. Are you going to play something from your newest recording for us, or what do you got next year? I don't mean to switch up whatever you're going to play. We want to hear whatever you want to play, because it's all amazing.
We were thinking of playing a very old song that we didn't write.
Excellent.
Is that okay?
Oh yeah, no, for
The
sure.
rest are from the album.
Yeah, the rest
like
are
the
from the
last
album.
one you heard will be on the album now.
Yeah,
Excellent.
the first one we played will be
Yeah.
on the album.
Yeah, I'd love to hear people bring songs that obviously we love covers, we love everything. So
Yeah, maybe we just got get a little tired of our own
I hear that.
heads sometimes.
Maybe.
Yeah, this is actually, did Gene Ritchie write it? Do you know?
I think so.
It's a Gene Ritchie song. We learned it from listening to Gene Ritchie.
Yeah.
Ready?
All my friends fell out with me because I kept your company. so far behind. One, I love. Two, she loves. Three, she's true to me. It's when I'm awake I find no rest until her head lies on my breast. And when I'm asleep I'm dreaming of my one, my dear, my absent love. One, I love. Two, she loves. Three, she's true to me. And when the fire to ice will run, and when the tide no longer turns, and when the rocks melt with the sun, my love for you will just begun. One, I love. Two, she loves. Three, she's true to me. One, I love. Two, she loves. Three, she's true to me. One, two, three.
Yeah, Gene Ritchie. That's awesome.
That was awesome. Yeah. Can you tell us anything more about that song? Like I know of Gene Ritchie, but tell us a little more where that song came from for you all. Any-
Yeah, I think my sister introduced that song to me, but yeah, we also changed the pronouns around a little bit because it was, I think, I don't know if it was written from Jean Ritchie's perspective, but she was singing about a he, and yeah, that feels kind of.
We were talking about last night, like there's just no like queer and people have always been, and like finding places to just like remember that within traditional music, because
Yeah.
sometimes it seems like that's not so in that world that of old music. But yeah, just taking a moment, not necessarily to like impose that on Jean Ritchie, but just to have that space. And also we just love Jean Ritchie. Her voice is so incredible. Her music's so incredible and inspiring.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I think about that a lot. That it's sort of like it's always been there, and then the representation of it has been, it's like been present in an undercurrent, but the folklorists probably didn't like see that undercurrent, seek it out, and then like do it.
Yeah.
And then so it's a little like there's this. It feels like there's so much. I mean, I don't necessarily like the word restorative, but that there's a tributary of that river that is still like waiting to get fully explored, and it's and just changing a pronoun is like a really nice way to just like be like, here's a little cool water from that tributary. It's just, how's that feel?
Yeah. Feels refreshing for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's cool. I mean, it's almost like a kind of a reforming sort of, I mean, not like, I don't know. My head is just spinning now and I can't, so I can't speak, but, but that,
It's like I like to think that in the current like reckoning that we're kind of having in country and folk music, like what is the legacy of the country, what is our shared history, that folk and country music has like a really special role in like helping to do easy redefinitions that happen to be like catchy, funny, beautiful. Like it's like you can give people a really nice pill to swallow with that sort of thing by literally bringing them together to have a shared experience, which is obviously in this environment very rare. Here we are having a shared experience.
Exactly. Absolutely. So hey, one thing I always love to talk with other songwriters about is writing songs, and I'm just so thrilled to hear that. It sounds like each of you have been feeling somewhat creative, and it's been interesting. I mean, for me, it's been really up and down the last 11 months. Like whether I, you know, you in some ways you would think, wow, I should be able to have really been creative during these past few months, and it's it's not really been that way. It's not been my most creative time, but there's been some high points in that. But one thing I'd been thinking about recently is like kind of as I've gotten stuck, I think about like little thoughts or lessons or helpful reminders sometimes about songwriting that sometimes get me unstuck. And I was just curious if any of you have any kind of one sentence thing that helps you from time to time. And the one I'm thinking of right now is like somebody somebody famous once said, and I have no idea who it was, but basically a very uh, accomplished songwriter said, um, basically there are 5,000 ways to write a song. Just pick one. And sometimes when I'm stuck and thinking about like what where to go, and it's like just pick something and do it. And I don't know. So
There's too many ways, man. A lot of ways. I don't know.
that's true. I'm just curious if any of you have lessons or helpful advice for those of us out and about.
I have two axioms. One that I hate and one that I love. And the one that I love, I can't remember who said it, but it's that the the verse is the confession and the chorus is the Hail Mary. So just find something worth repeating 1,000 times because it makes you feel better every time you say it, and that's your chorus. And find something that you really need to get off your chest, and that's your verse. I like that. My
I
least
like
favorite
that.
is Tom Petty, which is "Don't bore us, get to the chorus."
Ah,
Get out of here, Tom. What are you doing here?
exactly. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything snappy like that. But something I have been doing lately, I'm not sure if it's going to work or not. Or I think I actually have had it work before. I'm not sure if it's going to work this time. But I've been looking through my like notebook of songs that didn't ever become songs, and then I've been trying to sort of pair them with I guess maybe voice memos or just memory of instrumental song parts that never became songs. So it's a little weird because they don't feel like aligned in the way that
they weren't
song.
born in the same moment.
Yeah, they weren't born in the same time, but I'm trying to kind of pair them up, and it's feeling sort of fruitful. Like it's a little weird, and like maybe this one I'm trying to force together won't work, but it's like kind of a more complex guitar part and like really kind of, I don't know, almost jokey words or like almost kind of overly simplistic words, and it's like a little off, but this is way more than sentence. Sorry.
No. That's great.
Just, I guess maybe like song collage. I'll just leave it there.
5,000 ways to make a pithy sentence about songwriting.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. I think it's cool and also very specific, and it's really cool that that you can do something that specific and be open to that part of a process or I'm always scared of it. I'm scared of
Yeah.
like trying something that like mashy or something. I think
Yeah.
I'm there's definitely there's like ways to, in the 5,000 ways, there's ways to like break yourself out of your habits, and this actually seems like a really good way, is take one
Yeah.
thing and another and just like see how they party.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, give it a try.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Willie, you wanna give us another song?
Yeah, I wasn't sure what I would do, but now I'll do a silly talking song that might appear on the new record. It's called Sweet Country Nothings. Well, I twist my body from side to side, trade the straight and narrow for the queer and wide. When I kissed you, I was truly inspired to 1,000 sweet country nothings. Well, new-laid dog shit giving off steam, hedge apples falling from the bodark tree. The beautiful morning in misery, I intend to be sad about something. I ain't ashamed, I ought to feel guilty. All I can say is I'm sorry to everyone who tried to love me. You can't find me, you can't touch me. There's no crime in what I've done, no drunk tank for lovers. Yes, I love you, but I like to be alone, not wasting my feelings on the telephone. Sometimes I miss you, but sometimes I'm stoned, and I don't think I deserve it. You can find me on the low side, any hoe down, running scared from backing down, standing on the edge of standing my ground, where the hero jumps on purpose. I ain't ashamed, I ought to feel guilty. All I can say is I'm sorry to everyone that tried to love me. You can't find me, you can't touch me. No crime in what I've done, no drunk tank for lovers. Well, the devil went down to Georgia to get laid off in California. The angel from Montgomery warned you, they ain't got rodeos out there. Well, won't you find me a cowboy, honey, that ain't made of blood and oil money. It's a bad time for good time buddies. It's the age of the ride or die. And I ain't ashamed, I ought to feel guilty. All I can say is I'm sorry to everyone who tried to love me. You can't find me, you can't touch me. There's no crime in what I've done, no drunk tank for lovers. So I twist my body from side to side, trade the straight and narrow for the queer and wide. When I kissed you, I was truly inspired to 1,000 sweet country nothings. When I kissed you, I was truly inspired to 1,000 sweet country nothings. Yes, when I kissed you, I was truly inspired to 1,000 sweet country nothings. Thank you very much. Thank you.
No drunk tank for lovers. All right. I like
Wouldn't it be nice?
it. Would. Detox for a little while. I could see that being a necessity. Cool. Good work. Bad Posture Club. What do you got for us?
This is a song called Mountain. It would be on the new one. Pretty good. Oh.
Mountain in my childhood bedroom. You look the same as the day that movements my own. Are my movements my own? Are my movements my own? Mountain heather is wide and red. The avalanche willows are bending their heads. The lakes, they are filled with the softening ice. The berries on rain. Next month they'll be ripe.
Thanks, Bill.
I'm sorry we can't seem to do it at the same time.
I know. I'm sadly, I've been having to adjust a setting, and I can't get back to unmute my mic as quite as fast. So
That's okay.
that's been my delay.
Thank you for any kind face.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yes, we had a few people. Donald Cameron shouted out "mountain" in the comments because
Hold on.
Donald is very happy to hear that song, and yeah, I love that song. Were you saying that is going to be on your record?
Yep.
Awesome. And I know, I mean, that one has been around for a little while, hasn't it?
Yeah, actually, we worked on it at a warming house songwriter night.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
It really, locked it in. Got
Cool.
some necessary support.
Well, I love that song. I know I've heard it a few times. It's it's great to be back with you all here. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little oh, sorry.
no, go ahead, Willie.
Just thinking about the applause thing, I sometimes feel like just having like one good thing a day. It used to be like several whole dozens of people occasionally applauding, and now it's like just every now it's like getting maybe one person now. It's like, oh, I didn't realize that you're so emotionally reliant on this for your entire existence. So I think it's worth saying to everybody out there, we're really applauding you, that you're great.
Absolutely. We've got wow, we're up to 30 some people out there now, and so our applause is multiplied manyfold, I guess. So well, I think we've all done 3 songs, right? So I think down to one more each. Got a few more people coming in. Daryl Kaiser says hello to Willie from Kansas City.
Hey, Daryl.
And
Yeah,
Elaine.
That's a man I owe a beer.
Elaine Holmes says hello from Colorado.
Very fine. Hey,
Daryl.
Elaine.
Oh, and then somebody, a few comments back, said that they were going to send the money they owe you, Willie, in a tip here.
Ah, good. My ruse. It's going to be 3 years down the line, and I'm going to give them a call and be like, hey, I know you said you sent that, but
Exactly. Lisa Cullender said some so beautiful, Marin and Morgan. So loving your stuff. And Brian Despain said, looks like Arkansas Willie Carlisle with a beard. So I think it is.
it's just laziness, not fashion. It's just lazy.
Well, this has been great. Just thank you all so much. I mean, Marin and Morgan and Willie, thank you all for doing this. I know it's weird to perform online. It still is for me anyway, and it's not the way we want to be doing it, but sometimes it's good, and this was good. I really appreciate everything y'all have done here tonight. So, here's another question I want to throw out to the two of, or to the three of you. Is anyone making plans like for the fall yet? Are we being optimistic about like getting out onto the road again, or what are your thoughts? And if you want to not even say, that's fine too. But I'm just curious, frankly.
It's not worth traveling if you can't kiss strangers. So, I think I keep, it sucks that we have only the best information that, the best information we can get is like, we don't really know. So,
Yeah.
It trickles downhill, and by the time it reaches us, I think that water's pretty dirty. So I'm keeping my ear to the ground, and I'm excited. It could be that I may go to Europe and do a tour over there on account of they have battened the hatches down, and maybe that I can get tested on the plane before I get on a plane, get tested when I get off a plane, and have that work. But otherwise, nothing in particular, just cooking everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Europe sounds amazing.
It does.
Let's go. Come on.
We had kind of some ideas floating around about, I don't know, with our album release, hoping to do it like a tour, and it might coincide with summer and outside shows being a possibility. So we're thinking about it. It kind of depends on where everything's at, but that would be a fun way to do it, I think.
Yeah. Now that's kind of what I was thinking about too, is like maybe like fall outdoor kind of stuff, but just really you can't, it's so hard to think about trying to lock anything in.
Yeah.
It's just, I can't even do it yet. And like as a performer and as the warming house goes, we are hoping to come back in real life at some point, but it'll be in a different space.
Have you found a new space yet?
Not yet. There were some things that we were kicking around, but nothing locked in yet. And we really want a space that will be accessible to all. And our last space wasn't very good on the accessibility spectrum, and we really want. Frankly, ventilation is key to the future, and a basement with one window in the back corner isn't.
It was a good basement.
It was a really good basement, man.
It was.
I see everything you're saying, but it's
Yeah.
a good basement.
Yeah. So anyway, well, hey, everyone out there, thank you so much for being here. We've got one more song from each of Willi and Bad Posture Club, and so Willi, please take it away.
All right. Do another one from the new one. I should have said one of the things that I'm starting a pre-order campaign for the new record that'll help me pay for some recording costs. And one of the things I'm offering on it is an eventual house concert when things die down, or possibly some fall and late summer outdoor things if you want. So this is another one from the new record. It's called The Down and Back. I was talking to my baby, and they were like, I'm just here on the down of the down and back, which is when you're on your way down and then you're going to come on back. So this is a song more or less about that. Well, the one I love will be the death of me. They're a short, hard switch from the scuppernong tree. Small town gossip or the wrath of God. Fish cut bait or spare me the rod. Whoa, a ball that jack. Till my money comes back. Down, on down, and down and back. I'll be right here till my money comes back. Cut all the timber, mine all the coal. Half of West Virginia is a fishing hole. Big mama sitting on the piglets in the pen. They all went to heaven in a little black Benz. Whoa, a ball that jack. till my money comes back. Down on down and down and back. Be right here till my money comes back. I swear I seen the Savior in an uptown mall, had a fresh haircut and red shoes on. Dabbles in the crystal like the Lucy in the sky, like to kick the devil in his little brown eye. Whoa, a ball that jack, till my money comes back. Down on down and down and back. I'll be right here till my money comes back. I'll vanish in the woods without a damn trace. They'll never forget, oh, what's his face. Working for a living is a pretty raw deal, and Jesus on the main line is hell on wheels. A ball that jack, till my money comes back. Down on down and down and back. I'll be right here till my money comes back. Yeah, good time music, show me the green. They used to hang people in the hickory-nut tree. Back roads up to the shining sea. The hem of the garment never come clean. Whoa, a ball that jack, till my money comes back. Down on down and down and back. I'll be down here till my money comes back. I want to get saved and damned, I'll try. The designated hitter's a goddamn lie. Whole lot of doing between the done and needs dead, between a lazy old man and a messed up kid. Whoa, a ball that jack, till my money comes back. Down on down and down and back. I'll be down here till my money comes back. Whoa, a ball that jack, till my money comes back. Down on down and down and back. I'll be down here till my money comes back. There it is.
Woo! That was great.
Comes out a little different every time.
That's great. What can you tell us about that song?
Well, so every now and again, a country neologism will get to me, will hit me in a good way. Like I'm just down here on the down and back. And then I heard this great blues singer up here, up in St. Louis, sing, I'm on a line of track, I'm on a ball of jack. And so I wanted to write something about what it's, and I'll be right here until my money comes back. I wanted to write something about how just about every job you're doing until you get enough money to quit it and do whatever the heck you want. And that's a little bit like the gamble of getting into heaven, right? Is that you're going to do you're going to try to do right just so that you can quit.
I like it.
I do want to say it's great to be here with y'all in Bad Posture Club. I love the banjo playing so much because it like I think that you're proving you can be so versatile with that instrument, and also there's so many like $5,000 banjos, and you guys are doing stuff on these amazing instruments because of their like blend, and there's like so much. I'm excited to hear the new record because you can do so much with lo-fi with what you guys are doing. It's like it's egalitarian and like based around the strength of the writing, and I'm really stoked to hear what happens when the level of production like goes high because of how much you can do. If you can do a lot with a little, then I'm sure you can do a lot with a lot too.
Oh, thanks, Willi.
Thanks a lot, Willi.
Yeah, that means a lot. Thank you.
Cool.
I really like hearing I realized it's been a while since I've listened to. Just there's something about live fiddle that's extremely special. And I know we're not actually live right now, but we're as close as we can get, and it just is like. It's kind of like why I started playing the banjos, because it just sounds so happy, and I think the live fiddle has the same sort of feeling to it. That's just, it's totally unique.
Especially if you don't overdo it. Yeah. Maybe that's just because I can't overdo it. But yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, it has been such a treat to. I mean, I was thinking about this show and like, okay, we got to practice, we got to set up the laptop, but then I kind of forgot that we were going to get to go to a show and that we were going to get to hear your music and be in the presence of both of you, and it's just been so nice. So,
Awesome.
Love it.
Oh yeah, it's been so nice. So thank you all, and I'm so excited that we get the closing number from Bad Posture Club. So it's always a good way to end a show. So I was just thinking back too. I think the last like live outside like in the real world show I played was that night that Pony Rug set up.
Oh
Wasn't
yeah,
that like last February?
yeah.
At the
Yeah.
3-2.
The 331.
At 331. Yeah. I think that was my actual
Wow.
last live show was with you all were on the bill, and then um, Anna Stein, I think,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah.
and then Gabe Douglas.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow,
was
good
it-
memory.
well, it was the last show. It's like
Yeah.
I cry every night about it. So.
Yeah, that was a fun night. It was.
That was, and I saw Michael Gay was on watching at some point here. I think he had put that together with Sarah
Yeah.
and the other folks.
Yeah.
So anyway,
It's just packed in that little room.
Breathing on each other.
I know. Oh, those were the days.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks again, and yeah, let's hear a Bad Posture Club for the last song of the night.
Okie dokie. Want to say anything about this?
Wrote this one about summer. Yeah. Our first apartment in the summer of fear and grief. I hesitate in the doorway to count the casualties. Our first apartment with the helicopter sound and the neighbors banging pots and pans in case the enemy is around. All the while, right outside, my garden knows to grow. Pulling weeds, fever dreams, pretend I have control. Our first apartment, all the furniture came free off the street. Stores closed down or else burned out. Make it do or do without. It's not stealing to take what's owed. Take all that shit the dead still hold. Our first apartment, I planted a brown-eyed Sue. One blossom for every sorrow. The whole street went up in bloom. Whole street went up in bloom. Whole street went up in bloom.
That was so nice.
Thank you.
Nice.
Is that a new?
Is that true? I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Willie.
Is that you guys? Is that y'all's apartment?
This is our apartment.
Great.
The first one.
The first
only one.
The only
Nice.
one.
Good.
And the helicopter noises, is it actual helicopters?
Yeah, well, it's mostly from the police presence from
Yeah.
the protests.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we live very near to where George Floyd was killed. So it's been a lot of helicoptering.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get a lot of it where I am too. And I was assuming that's what it was, but I was thinking maybe there's something like structurally in your apartment that like makes a
Oh,
helicopter like sound. But
Yeah, no.
just,
yeah,
just real helicopter.
yeah. Ah, that's lovely. And Willie, thank you for waiting to clap until I could click the buttons and join. So we clapped
Time's a
together.
charm, yeah.
Well, hey, thanks again, everyone out there in the virtual world that's watching and that watched. And please share this. It'll be up on these sites that you're watching it on now, the Facebook and YouTube, for a little while. So if you've got friends that you think would have enjoyed this had they been here, feel free to send it their way. And thank you so much, Maren and Morgan and Willie, for being here. And
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for putting it together, John.
yeah, so everyone stay safe and wear masks, and we'll get through all of this, and we'll be breathing on each other and kissing strangers in no time. Well, not really in no time, but
Sometime.
Yeah.
sometime. So, all right. Take care, everyone. I am
Bye, friends.
Bye.